Hello, everyone, and good evening to you, or good day to you. This is Roger, of course, with Groovis Games Unlimited, and I hope everyone is doing great, staying safe, and having a fantastic week so far. It's March 16th right now, Wednesday night, and I just hope everyone's doing great and maybe enjoying any games you are playing. I put this little update in the community section of the channel here, but like I said in that just a few days ago I dispatched the brand new Kickstarter Dungeon Crusade Update 12, and I was just a bit delayed getting it out because, well, if you guys follow this channel, it's been quite busy with the game. And I always try to do these videos just to say hi to you, see how you're doing, and get you up to speed of what was in the update. Now, if you followed the channel, you're going to know about a lot of this. But I decided to hang out with you for a few minutes. I'm actually hard at work on the graphic design of the revised rulebook, which is just about finished up. Very happy to be saying that. And so let's just hang out for a few, see what's going on, and let's get going. So as the heading says here, you're going to know a lot of this. Solo Crusader rule set ready for download. Finishing the revised rulebook. Dungeon Crusade was at the Dice Tower West. Production end of March, start of April. I love saying that. And much more. So that's, usually I have a structure how I put these updates together. I always try to make them fun and interesting and, of course, very informative. So there's kind of like the poster for it. Then I just go into a greeting with everyone, see how they're doing, what I've been up to. And here, there's a link in the description if you just want to go here and check it out. I kind of started this years ago, where I do previously on Dungeon Crusade, and I always have a link that will go back to the previous one in case they missed it. So just getting on with this, and guys, you're probably going to know a lot of this, but there is some cool stuff I'd like to share with you. Solo Crusader rule set is now available for download, and actually, if someone's watching this, let me explain something. This link should work now, and see right here, hopefully that yellow glow is going. And what happened is when a creator or whoever puts out an update, you have 30 minutes to edit it. There's like a 30-minute window when you dispatch the update. So our good friend Gabriel messaged me and said, hey, this link right here for the Solo Crusader rule set is not working. Come to find out, the R was missing. So I went back in and edited it and made sure that the R was there. So this link should be live. I know like Jenna and someone else, Evan, chatting with my friend Evan, they had problems with it. I made an update post that had the right link, but this one should work for you now. So sorry, I wanted to throw that in there. But like you guys saw here on the channel, this is ready for download. And you know about that already. Read this. This is actually kind of important. Recently, there was a few people asking about where can I buy the Solo Crusader mode. And like I've always said, you don't have to buy anything, my friends. It's already built into Dungeon Crusade, but of course you'll need the rule set, which is free to download, and the mercenary, it's not a picture, right? Well, there's a little picture of it, the mercenary camp. So those are available. That's all you need. Everything else is within your game. So there's nothing, I think some people thought it was an extra game, like a whole separate game. No, it's built into Dungeon Crusade. So, you can play the classic way with controlling multiple heroes, or you could play the Solo Crusader mode. So there's that, and I just put some screenshots over this. No, the logo is not in the final version. Just put it there because it's going out here in the update. And playlists for the rule set. That's that little playlist we made and went over everything. So that's there for them. And like I just said before we started, this is actually the cover of the rule book. And it's probably going to look like this, maybe revised, this font. I just put this on there as a placeholder, so this font might change a little bit. It might be smaller, but this is going to be, the cover of the rule book again, but with revised on it. And I do want to touch on this just for a moment because, and kind of wrap all this up, and just a few things I wanted to say. So of course, presently, this is where all of my attention is and focus right now, because there's not that much left, guys. I've been making really good progress on the graphic design and wrapping this up. With the revised rulebook, you can, of course, it's going to be much slimmer, very to the point, making sure I put a lot of nice diagrams in there. If you looked at, if you saw the Solo Crusader rule set, you know what to expect. It's going to be along the lines of this. But what I wanted to say was, and I've said this many times, but just in this update, this video update, I am truly very happy, content, and pleased with where the game is at. And like I said in this line here, you know, we have the Solo Crusader mode, which really took off like a storm. It was opened up. This game is opened up to a much wider audience because of the Solo Crusader mode. So, you know, we're very grateful for that. But of course, you can still play the classic combats, or the classic way with controlling multiple heroes. My point is, it's nice to have both of those in there now for people, you know, so you have like just more of a selection of how you want to play. Of course, you're going to see in the revised rulebook, it's known as evolved minions now, but it's just being known as combat with minions. You know how the combat works with minions. But we have the classic combat system, so if you want something more strategic, more in-depth, you can of course still play Dungeon Crusade that way, or you can play with the newly revised combat system, which is of course more brisk, more faster paced. And my point with that is, of course, that's nice to offer two different combat systems for someone who just wants to, you know, a fast, real quick system, real action-packed, I guess you could say, or someone who wants to play it more strategic and in-depth, where you have to declare which weapon you're going to attack with. But before I go on, the combat with minions, which is nice, goes with both of them. So whichever combat system you would like to use in the game, the way you combat minions is used in both ways, because it's just brisk, it's fun. You know, there's that element of surprise where minions, you don't know what they're going to select for their warfare type. So I just wanted to touch on that. But to close out this, like with the scalable difficulty reference card we have, of course, for the trap system, the trapped treasure chests, the challenges and events in the encounter deck, the minion movement speed track, the variants, the two game variants with the additional monster difficulties, the revisions we made, etc. I am very happy and pleased with where this game is at now. I would not change anything out. You know, we perfected and honed this for everyone, and I'm just very happy, and I'm excited for, you know, these longtime Crusaders to experience it, and of course new people who are very highly anticipating it. I just want you to know from the heart, I think you're really going to love the experience with, you know, with everything we worked on. And so just, you know, thank you for you guys for your input on some things and, you know, wanting to check it out. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. I'm very passionate about that, and I just wanted to say it here in this video update with you. Skimming over this, you know me, there's no scripting. I like this kind of videos. I just talk to you and just roll with that. So actually this too, I do want to talk to you about this because it goes along with this. The way that I'm envisioning this and what I want to do for people, when you open up the revised rulebook, I'm glad I caught this because I think you'll find this interesting. Excuse me. When you open up the revised rulebook, within the first few pages, you're going to be greeted by this page, and I can see this in my head, how I'm going to have these different colored banners. It's going to, of course, welcome you to Dungeon Crusade, but we're going to have a nice page with all of those revisions I just said in it. And probably, you know, in page numbers where to go to check this out. So it's going to, you know, update all of the veteran Crusaders. Hey, this is everything that you can expect with the revisions, the revised combat system, you know, where to look for in the rule book for that. You're going to know about the, you know, the classic combat system is still there. The new combat system with the minions, scalable reference difficulty. So you'll be greeted with all of the nice changes and revisions just to give you the best experience possible and the most enjoyable. So, but what I wanted to make mention is of a lot of people watch videos to learn a board game. I remember the very awesome Ricky Royal. I learned how to play Mage Knight from Ricky Royal. So what's nice is, and why I work so hard at this, on that, you know, kind of greeting page where it shows all of this, there is going to be links and some information on the Solo Crusader playthrough that we just wrapped up. And then, I know some of you might have checked this out, I did a really nice in-depth series on how to set up and play the Avalon Adventure board game in Dungeon Crusade, because I truly care about people and, learning this game as quickly as possible and just getting acclimated to it. So my point is, that's why I took the time to make these video series, because I had this in mind. So people, if they don't want to, even though the rule book's going to be quite slimmed down and very easy to get through, this is going to be there for them, so they could just kick back maybe for a few days, watch some videos, and that will get them very acclimated to it, so they could watch the Solo Crusader playthrough series, or they could watch the in-depth how to play the Avalon Adventure board game and Dungeon Crusade. So I'm very happy that I took the time to do that and be there for people, so of course they can learn the game, and I think we really got them covered. And finally, and Kevin Sims, our very good friend Kevin Sims, he made mention of this a while back. This was like a year and a half ago. I did a video of how to break apart your game and store everything, and I used those plastic compartment trays. I think you've seen them in my videos, but there's a link here. So Kevin said that really helped him out, and others had said that, where I took the time to go over everything and show you how to break it apart, how to store it. So that will be it. There'll be an entry for that, for people who might think this is quite daunting, because there's a lot of content. I'm right there with you, hang out with you. You can watch the video. I think it's about an hour long, but you won't feel so overwhelmed. So that will be on that page. So you can just picture this kind of greeting page. You'll get acclimated to the game with the video series and all the little notes and where to turn to learn about the changes to the game. That took a little while, but I'm glad that I said that, so that's going to be in there for you. Finishing what needs to be done in March. Production start towards the end of March, beginning of April. I've been talking to our incredibly awesome production manager. We're working again. It's the same girl, plus there's another girl coming in to help out. They already have all the bulk of the files. We're just doing the revised rulebook. I'm going to wrap that up very soon with a few other people, and that's it. Time to go into production, and I'm very happy to be saying that. So I just wanted to let you know that. And usually they say 30 to 45 days for the production process, but remember, this is just a reprint. 99% of all the files reside at the manufacturer, so that basically all that hard work is done. That's what's nice about this. So they're just waiting on the revised rulebook, and we're ready to roll. So I thought you'd be happy to know that. Bigger box. This came in. There were some people after the Kickstarter ended that expressed an interest for a bigger box, kind of like the Slayer of the Realm edition that's 6 inches deep. So I just wanted to let people know we have not forgotten about that. I know that Gunther, I know you watch these videos. Yes, I pointed you out. There's a lot of people who want this. So this is coming, and we're going to be discussing it. So just know I did not forget about you. We didn't forget about you. That's coming. And I already have an awesome graphic design for this. And I've coined the phrase, the Crusader chest. So I'll surprise you with the graphic design. And I'm thinking maybe probably ask Freddie, the awesome artist Freddie, to make like a gold plate, and with kind of the Dungeon Crusade fonts, have the Crusader chest. And I'll surprise you with the graphic design. So that is coming. Pledge Manager will be open throughout April. This is probably the biggest question that is always asked. Guys, I'm going to tell you now, I'm not someone who's saying, you have to go pledge now and you got to do this. Absolutely not. Take your time. Relax. Watch some gameplay videos if you're new. That will be open throughout April, and I am the king of fair warnings. You will hear it everywhere weeks before the Pledge Manager is closed down. In saying that, when the manufacturer says they're ready to roll, for, printing, you can expect that, within a few weeks, we're going to have to close it down. We're not near that. Relax, just, chill out and just enjoy the videos and learning the game. So the Pledge Manager will be open throughout April. We're not going to surprise you and say, oh, it's going to close in 2 days. Plenty of fair warning. So just, I just want you not to worry about it. There is a link here, and I'll put it in the description of this video. If you'd like to check out the Pledge Manager, go right ahead. There's a lot of add-ons in there, and there's actually a video here on the channel, and actually I'll link that into the description as well, where I think it was something like, what kind of Crusader are you? And I go over the 2 editions of the game and some of the add-ons. And in saying that, a very nice guy named LL put a comment in, and he was asking about that, that punch board with the different skull tokens where Kevin did the plastic ones. He asked, when's that coming into Pledge Manager? A while back I got with our production manager at the manufacturer and discussed this punch board. They are working on that, but just know, I know how busy these folks are. They're working on many different projects and games, so I try not to be bothersome, but I did reach out to her a few days ago and just, of course, said, how is she doing? Hope she's doing good. And just, hey, do you know what's going on with the punch board? So they are working on it. So that is coming, and again, I'll do an update for you here on the channel when that's ready. You can add that to your order. Again, it's not going to be very much. It's just a simple punch board, so just know it's going to be on the cheap for you. I'm a gamer. I know what it's like, so it'll be a very nice price. And then just for people who didn't know, Solo Crusader playthrough has concluded. So that's there for them. You already know that. Of course, I just posted this about our very, very good friend David McCollum was at the Dice Tower West at the Rio. I think he said it was at the Rio. And Dungeon Crusade was there. He had a table showing it off to everyone. Drew quite a crowd, I guess. The game does have some table presence, I'd say, when you see something like this. And there were a lot of nice people that came by to check the game out. Sat down and play a few rounds. So I just want to say thank you so much to David and everyone, all the awesome people. They were playing games. So, it was in good company, and just very grateful to everyone for checking it out. So just shared that in the update with everyone. And David's such an awesome guy. And, he was wearing one of the Dungeon Crusade t-shirts there. So David, thank you. Oh, forgot about this. The new card sleeve packs are available on Panda's website. The project manager from Panda reached out to me a little while back. The new packs are there. There is a link. I'll put this link in the description of the video. There is the 10% coupon that's still in effect, RG8888. I'll put that there. And these are the updated ones. And then the expansion sleeves. All the information is on there. So that's nailed down. Very, very happy that that's available for everyone now. And to the project manager and his team, we all thank you for that. So those are back up. I'll have the link for you there. You already know about this. If you watch the channel, the surprise package from Kevin, they were, of course, the plastic skull tokens. There they are, that Kevin made. And I'll also put this in the description for you if you'd like to check those out. That, and then, of course, my very good friend Dustin, everyone's friend Dustin. He's just such an awesome guy, brilliant game designer. We did that video for his unboxing of his game. Had a link here for you. I'll put that in the description. And this is from his webpage. But they've been shipping orders out. They have them on hand, and they get them out super fast. And guys, I think that's about it. In closing, and I just tell everyone, goodbye and what I've been up to. And that's really about it. So, and then I just close out. I usually put a picture from the game to close out the updates. This is the Cavern of Lost Souls board, and this is from a while back. Actually, here's a little Dungeon Crusade history. See the bases here on Maheliac and Faith? Originally, they were going to be gray, and then we switched them to clear, so you can just see the dungeon floor clear. But originally, they were going to be gray, and I just thought, it just looked very gamey, if that makes sense. I just thought, gray for the heroes, then purple for the Guardians, but they're clear. So that's just a cool poster of that. And the amazing Sean Ellis painted the dungeon. I gave him the blueprint of what I came up with, and he did an awesome job on that. And guys, that's it. And I apologize about that. My camera had stopped, or my video on-screen camera. So I am so sorry about that. But that is the update. I hope you enjoyed it. I always love hanging out with you guys and always keeping you in the loop of what's going on. So this was a really great update for Dungeon Crusade on Kickstarter. All right, everyone, I am going to get back to work on the graphic design. I'm clipping along and making really good progress and working with others. I hope everybody has a great evening and an awesome rest of the week. If there is going to comments that are going to come in, I'm telling you, most of you know me. I really stay focused when I'm working on game stuff. I put on some music and I am in the zone. So if I don't get to your comments today, of course I will get to them later, or tomorrow, or maybe before I go to bed, because I always like chatting with everyone to see how everyone is doing. So I just want to get this work done so we can roll on with this. All right, everyone, thank you for your time as always. Thank you for your interest and support with the game. I truly love you, our Dungeon Crusade family here. I hope you have a great evening, like I said, and I will be talking to you real soon. And you know what? I want to say this before we go. This is going to be coming along when everything's being printed. I have a new video series, and I came up with this a few years ago. I'll leave you with this. And this video series is going to be in a playlist, but it's going to be, for what I'm calling it, featurette videos. And what I mean by featurette, I'm going to take all of the different things in Dungeon Crusade, like the patrol route system, the monsters, the guardians, the treasure chest, mystery chambers, blah, 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 all that. And I'm going to stick to this time. I'm going to make these featurette videos where they're going to be anywhere from 1.5 minutes, no more than 2.5 minutes, pushing 3 minutes. If it's over 3 minutes, it's not going to work. I want to have 1.5, 2.5 minute little featurette videos in a playlist where people could just come in and watch, a few minutes of this and know about this aspect of the game. And then, maybe in a few days, learn about the blessings in the game in one of these featurette, in air quotes, videos. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I think you guys will enjoy it. But like anything, say, over 2.5 minutes, it's getting edited down because I want this to be very quick, to the point, discuss what we're talking about, in and out. So featurette video playlist series, for lack of a better term, that is going to be coming, once everything's wrapped up and the manufacturer's working on stuff. So expect this very cool featurette video series. Okay, now I'm done. I hope everyone has a great night. Happy gaming. Stay safe, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.